finally to the MMA Freak Fighter of the Week. I am Master Salzer. MMA Freak is back after a lot of technical issues that we had to take care of. It's finally back up, and I'm glad to finally be doing this once again. So, we are going to play catch-up again, just like we did with last time. So, the Fighter of the Week, we are going all the way back to UFC on ESPN 11. That goes to J.M. Miller. UFC on ESPN 12. That goes to Kay Hansen. Invicta FC 40, that goes to Chelsea Handler. UFC 251, that goes to Jiri Prochazka. UFC on ESPN 13 / UFC Fight Night 172, because there are two events that week, goes to Deiveson Figueirdo, the new flyweight champion. UFC on ESPN 14 goes to Fabricio Werdum. UFC Fight Night 173 goes to Jennifer Maia. UFC Fight Night 174 goes to Derrick Lewis. UFC 252 goes to Virna Jandirba. Bellator 244 goes to Vadim Nemkov. Congrats on being the new Bellator light heavyweight champion. Dana White's Contender Series Week 4 goes to Jeffrey Molina, and UFC Fight Night ESPN 176 goes to Ovince Preux. That was last week. We are finally caught up, and then we're going to segue into a UFC 176 review. So in the main event, we had Alistair Overeem continuing his winning streak, going up against Augusto Sakai. This is Overeem looking to get one more crack at the title because he is 40. He is getting up there in years. So we'll see if this will come to anything. Then we have Ovince Preux, who has been waffling around in the title picture for a little bit, who straight up knocked out Alonzo Menafield. He might get the next crack at the title, because with John Jones vacating, there will be a title match coming up. So that was that. We're going to go into the previews, because this is going to be a relatively quick video considering all the catch-up that we've had to do. So this is going to be a very busy weekend for MMA. So with UFC Fight Night 177, aka UFC Fight Night Watterson versus Hill, taking place on Saturday, September 12th. We're going to see in the main event Michelle Watterson facing off against Angela Hill. Angela Hill is a continual rising star in MMA. She is a former strawweight champion in Invicta, whereas Michelle Watterson is the veteran. Both of them are poised for title shots. We could see this match very well determining the next contender for Weili Zhang's strawweight title. We're going to see how this goes. There's also some bad blood here, which is kind of surprising because Michelle Watterson is not one for bad blood, but Angela Hill is a little bit of a talker, not much of one. I can still definitely admire her. She's definitely a good woman, so we'll just see how this one goes. Then with Bellator is doing their old-fashioned back-to-back events. So, and then I should also note that both the event this last weekend and this weekend for UFC is both at the UFC Apex, because that's where they're doing things right now. They will be going back to Fight Island, I think next month, but they're not there yet. But anyways, Bellator is doing their own in-house residency behind closed doors at the Mohegan Sun Arena, an arena where they've done business before, and they're clearly doing business again. So, with Bellator this weekend, we have Bellator 245 on Friday with Deiveson versus Machida 2. This is a rematch of their fight from the UFC. It's going in. We're going to see how this goes, because Machida's kind of been going up and down since he came, whereas Phil Davis has primarily been holding down pretty good in Bellator since that time, with the exception of maybe one or two things. Anyways, and then in the co-main event, we have Kat Zingano. I believe this is going to be her first fight since actually signing with the organization, because she had a few different things going on, going against Gabby Holloway. And of note, Zingano is going up a weight class at featherweight, because there's essentially no bantamweight division, not to mention she's just been wanting to go up there in general. So we will see how that goes. Then at Bellator 246, we have Archuleta versus Mix. This is on Saturday. And with this one, in the main event, we have Juan Archuleta going up against Patchy Mix. And this is going to be for the vacant bantamweight championship, because Darren Caldwell, when he went up to do the featherweight Grand Prix, he vacated the title so he could concentrate exclusively on that. Of note is that waiting in the shadows to face the winner of this is going to be Sergio Pettis, who won a Contender fight. He's been doing quite well since he came to Bellator. And of note is that Juan Archuleta has the distinction of being in the King of the Cage Hall of Fame for holding titles in 4 different weight classes. How is that possible? Anyways, so and we could probably make that a 5th if this happens. I don't know of any other fighter who's held weight. I've known fighters who fought in up to 5 weight classes. I think Jens Pulver did that, but no one's actually held titles in 5 weight classes. So this is going to be very interesting. Then in the co-main event, it's going to be John Fitch going against Neiman Gracie. This is a classic grappler versus grappler match. You have the classic wrestling versus Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And we'll see how this goes, because the last time this happened, we had Matt Hughes versus Renzo Gracie, and Hughes essentially made it a stand-up match because he didn't want to go to the ground with Renzo, and Renzo is, you know, in his style of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, is not an aggressive takedown guy, not to mention Matt Hughes could have done sprawl and brawl. But anyways, that is what we've been going on. Thank you very much. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below what you think of everything going on. As I said, thank you for coming back. Be sure to follow me at Matthew Sulzer on both my Twitter and Instagram. Be sure to check out our Twitter at MMA Freakout. Be sure to go to MMA-freak.com for exclusive content. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.